I really wish I had known about cruise ships earlier. They literally changed my life. For the past 4 years, I've been traveling the world, saving a ton of money and gaining so much experience. This is why I want you to know that you have this option to explore this path if you want to. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get your first contract as a musician and how you can create freedom in your life and in your music career. My name is Lara and I'm a piano bar entertainer. And before I turned professional, I've been struggling for 5 years in London, trying to make a living out of making music. I was teaching piano, I was trying to find gigs, I was songwriting and trying to do session work, but I struggled so much making both ends meet. And if you're a musician, you probably know that too. Living off our passion has a cost, and usually it doesn't go well with making a lot of money. I just really hated every single thing I was doing. All I wanted to do was to perform and to make money doing that. And so I was trying to do everything I could to find a way to get there. I literally felt like there was a gap between me, who was trying to do it, and the professional musicians who were already there. And I didn't know how to bridge that gap. One day I found out about cruise ships. I saw an ad on Facebook. It was an agent looking for a piano vocalist to put on a ship, and I thought, this is for me. And this is how I got into this world. I couldn't believe how amazing it was that I was going to play a couple of hours a day, not have to pay any food or rent, and travel for free by doing what I love and getting paid. It was so unbelievable to me. I was so excited, but I was also terrified. I was wondering, like, am I good enough to do this? And is this world even legit? It was so new to me, and I didn't know anybody who had done that. And the truth is that I really wish I had someone back then to hold my hand and to show me the way. This is why I'm starting what I'm doing here. And this is the whole point of this video. I got overflooded by questions since I put the post in the Facebook groups, and so I'm gonna try to answer some of them here. First question I can hear you asking right now is, what does it look like to be on a cruise ship? Well, you perform 2 or 3 hours a day. Sometimes it's 3 times 45 minutes, sometimes it's 4 times 45 minutes. And it's usually in the evening. Sometimes it is during the day, but most of the time it's at night. How much am I gonna make as a musician on a cruise ship? You will make between $2,000 to $6,000 per month. That's an average. There are companies that pay less and there are companies that pay more, but this is on average what you should be getting. There are also tips, especially on American ships, because American people love tipping, but we tend to get tipped a lot more than other musicians as solo musicians. That's why it's a good thing to be solo as well. And the great thing about cruise ships is that you don't have food to pay, you don't have rent to pay, you don't have any bills to pay, and so you can save all your money. And the amazing thing about it is that you get to travel the world. Each day you are in a different place. Now, what do you need to apply as a solo musician on a cruise ship? I'm going to talk about this specifically. There are other positions that are not solo. There are, duo, trios, or playing in the orchestra, or being a musician as part of the cast, but I'm not familiar with them as much as what you need to be a solo musician on a cruise ship, because I haven't done them. But I know a lot about it, so if you have any questions about all the other positions, feel free to leave a comment below and I will reply to you. But to be a solo musician on cruise ship, what you will need is at least 150 songs, and you want these songs to be mainly international or songs that are known. And actually, if you're applying as a party band, this is very similar. Whatever I'm saying here applies to even duos or trios. So a repertoire of 150 songs that are mostly known to the general public. You will also need a show reel to show that you can actually play and sing. And ideally, you want to show how you can interact with an audience in the show reel. Bear in mind that when I started, I didn't have any of that. I was a beginner. I could only play chords and I was not the best singer at all in the world, but I got better over time. This is why cruise ships are amazing. So don't think you have to be perfect or amazing before applying. Agencies know that you will get better over time, and so they're ready to give you a chance. This is how I got into this world. So these are the 2 main things you will want to put together before even thinking about applying for a contract. It's important that you put diversity in your show reel, not only the same type of songs. You can show upbeat songs as well as slow songs. Now, how do you apply to get a job on a cruise ship as a musician? Well, finding the agencies is not what is the hardest, because you can literally Google them online and you can send them an email straight away. What's harder is how to catch their attention, how to get them to reply to you and to actually offer you something. And for this, I can give you a couple of tips. First, just know that Agencies are really busy people. They get so many musicians contacting them, and so it's really important that you put everything together before sending it to them, and that you know not only what position you're applying for as a musician, but that you've got it all together, your showreel, your song list. And also, if you have been performing quite a lot, maybe you can put a CV together as well, just showing where you've been performing, but that will usually show in your show reel, so that's not mandatory, but you can do that too. The clearer and more direct you are in your application, the more likely you will get an answer from them. Agencies are always looking for new musicians, because musicians that are on cruise ship right now will go on holiday soon, and so they need someone to be replaced. There are also so many musicians who just leave cruise ship life, and so they always need musicians, so there is work. And that's the whole point of my video as well, is for you to realize that there is work right now for you. Big warning is never pay for an agency fee. Agencies get paid when you do. Between 5% to 15% is usually what they get out of your salary, but you should never have to pay before a contract unless it's for safety at sea training called STCW, or some other versions of that, or a medical certificate, which sometimes can be quite expensive. Apart from that, you should never have to pay for anything to the agency, and there are lots of scams out there, so be careful and don't trust just anyone who are pretending they're an agency and that they can put you on a cruise ship. Now, let me be honest with you. Cruise ship life is not for everyone, and it's not forever. If you are willing to go on an adventure, to leave everything you have on land, because being able to leave for a couple of months at a time is not something everybody can do. You know, if you're willing to travel and to leave everything you have on land for a couple of months, it might be for you. There are also downsides of being on a cruise ship, and I could talk about that in other videos. I felt so burnt out after having done that for 4 years, and only that. I came to a point where I want to build something else. I want to get back on land and all of that. It's not like a dream life forever. Yes, your first contract will feel amazing, and right now where you're at, it might seem like the best job in the world, and this, for some reason, it is. Like, I'm very grateful for that, because for me, cruise ships mean financial freedom, because I get paid so much and I have so little to spend that I can just save everything I want. And just to have this option in the back of my mind is really amazing, not only because it opens doors for you in this world where you can, you know, do different positions and you get to meet a lot of different people, but also for your music career. You get so much experience that wherever you go after that, you're able to say that you're a professional musician, that you've been doing it for even just for a couple of months. It can pretty much change your life. So yeah, if you love playing and singing, if you're willing to travel and to give up on your land life for a little bit, and that you're open to new experience and to adapt to a new environment, that might very much, you know, be the one most amazing experience you'll ever have in your life. I definitely recommend it. So this is quite a large topic, okay? This is a whole new world. Cruise ships for me are like a different planet, and I could talk about it for hours, but I'm gonna leave it here for that video. If you have any questions about your specific situation or whatever, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll reply to you. And if you have any idea for my next YouTube video, what you want it to be about, just let me know as well. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to send this to anybody who might want to hear about this opportunity, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.